Mia woke up in a bright hospital room, the blinding sunlight filtering through the pure white curtains. The sound of medical machines, the steady beeping like the heartbeat of life, blended with the chatter of nurses working outside. She felt as if she had just risen from a nightmare, but reality was even worse. A sharp pain ran down her spine, reminding her of the terrible car accident she had just experienced. New York City, where everything seemed to be in constant motion, now lay outside the window, colorful and bustling. Yellow taxis hurriedly zipped through the streets, while pedestrians were busy with their lives. Mia felt as if she were in a different world, a world she had once been an essential part of, but now felt foreign and lonely. A wave of anxiety surged within her as she recalled her past life, when everything was simple and happy. But now, everything had changed. Her stepmother, Linda, whom she had once regarded as a friend, had betrayed her. She couldn't believe that while she lay in the hospital bed, Linda had quietly taken away her inheritance and given it to Tyler, her half-brother. The feeling of betrayal was like a punch to the heart, rendering her breathless. Mia looked around the room, trying to find some comfort in the wall art and the cozy armchairs. But everything felt cold and distant. She knew she needed to be strong, not just to recover her health but also to fight for what belonged to her. She felt like a warrior, ready to face the challenges ahead. As she looked out the window, white clouds floated across the blue sky. Mia was determined not to let these difficulties defeat her. She would uncover the truth, reclaim her honor and assets. This was a battle not just about money but also about self-respect and fairness. And in that moment, Mia knew that her journey had only just begun. Mia's personality is very approachable and friendly. She is always willing to help others and has a warm heart, which makes people around her feel comfortable being with her. However, beneath that gentle exterior, Mia is a strong and resilient person. She has gone through many hardships in life, from losing her mother at a young age to the pressures of work and family. These experiences have shaped her into an independent, determined character who never gives up. Mia lives in a small but modern apartment in Brooklyn, where she can easily immerse herself in the vibrant pace of city life. She works in digital marketing, a job that she loves and is passionate about. However, after the car accident, her life was turned upside down. She not only has to deal with physical pain but also struggles with feelings of insecurity and anxiety about the future. Mia's biggest goal right now is not only to recover her health but also to regain the inheritance that her stepmother, Linda, deceitfully took. She wants to prove that she is capable of standing strong and overcoming every challenge on her own. For Mia, this battle is not just about money but also about honor and fairness. She hopes that one day she can find peace in her soul and rebuild her good relationship with her father. Mia lay on the hospital bed, her body in pain but her mind was spinning with thoughts. A beautiful morning suddenly turned into a nightmare when she discovered that her inheritance had been stealthily seized by her stepmother, Linda. She couldn't believe what had happened. Linda, whom she once trusted like a mother, was now a betrayer, ready to exploit her vulnerability to satisfy her personal ambitions. As Mia recovered, she discovered that Tyler, her half-brother, had become part of this scheme. He, with a sweet but calculating smile, had secretly been behind all of Linda's plots. A surge of anger and disappointment rose within Mia, driving her to reclaim what belonged to her. With the phone in hand, Mia began to investigate every possible piece of information about her assets and the dark secrets within her family. Secret calls, brief meetings with lawyers, and ominous messages from Linda made her feel as though she was stepping into a battle not just for money but also for honor and truth. As Mia browsed through the suspicious messages from her stepmother, a sudden question popped into her mind. What is Linda really hiding and why is she doing all this? This question was like a missing piece in the complex puzzle that Mia was trying to decode. Why did Linda choose this moment to act? Is there a secret behind the inheritance that she is unaware of? These thoughts made it impossible for Mia to sit still, and she knew that to uncover the truth, she had to delve deep into her family's dark secrets. Curiosity and fear intertwined in her heart, driving Mia to explore every nook and cranny of the past. She wondered if anyone else in the family was involved in this conspiracy, and whether those she once trusted were truly on her side or not. These questions would lead her on a journey full of surprises and challenges, where the truth could change everything forever. Mia sat by the window, sunshine pouring into her small room. But her mind was engulfed in darkness. Messages from Linda still lingered in her head, like unhealed wounds. She recalled the sweet voice of her stepmother, the promises of a happy life together. But now, it was all just a lie. The feeling of betrayal caused Mia to restrain her anger. She decided she had to confront Linda. One afternoon, when the sunset bathed the sky in red, Mia stood at her stepmother's door, her heart full of worry but also determination. She took a deep breath and rang the doorbell. Linda opened the door, a smile on her lips, but her eyes revealed a clear sense of caution. "Mia, have you come to visit your mother?" Linda asked, her tone feigned. "Mom, we need to talk," Mia replied, not allowing the pretense to shake her. In the luxurious living room, the atmosphere grew tense. Mia began questioning Linda about the inheritance. Linda, with a calm expression, skillfully redirected the conversation, making Mia feel as if she was being cornered. "You need to understand that everything has its reasons, Mia. I just want to protect you." Mia could no longer endure it. "Protect me? You're lying to me. Why are you doing this?" Linda merely smiled softly, but there was something cold about that smile. "You're not mature enough to understand what's going on. Let me handle everything." Mia left the house with a heavy heart. She felt like a fish caught on a hook, unsure of what to do next. But she could not give up. She decided to seek help from Tyler, her half-brother, whom she always thought was an ally. Tyler appeared handsome and charming. But Mia could not overlook the growing suspicion within her. In their conversations, Tyler always seemed to support her, but something felt off. She decided she had to investigate him further. Mia began to follow Tyler, stealthily trailing him during the evenings. She discovered that he frequently met with a strange man, and their conversations seemed unrelated to family. One night, Mia decided to follow them to a small bar on the outskirts of town. There, she overheard mysterious words from Tyler. "We need to deal with this issue quickly. If not, everything will be exposed." This felt like a shocking blow, making Mia feel as if her world was collapsing. It turned out Tyler was not just an ally but could be part of a plot against her. Mia decided she had to uncover the truth. She returned home and began searching for information about Tyler. She found some old documents from years ago, including photos of Tyler next to Linda in intimate moments. A wave of disgust surged within her. She realized their relationship was deeper than she thought. Meanwhile, Mia also sought a lawyer, Mr. David, whom she had heard about from friends. He was experienced and could help her in the upcoming legal battle. When she met him, Mia felt she had found a light in the darkness. Mr. David listened to her story and promised to help her get back what she deserved. "But you need to prepare yourself, Mia. This fight won't be easy," he said seriously. Mia nodded, filled with determination. She knew she couldn't back down. She began collecting evidence, from financial documents to messages between Tyler and Linda. Each passing day, she felt closer to her goal, but also anxious about what lay ahead. One evening, while working in the office, Mia received a message from a strange number. "I know you're searching for the truth. Be careful, there are things you do not know." A chill ran down her spine. Who was watching her? Who could know what she was doing? The sense of unease kept Mia from sleeping. She decided to call Mr. David, but the phone did not connect. A surge of fear enveloped her. She knew she was being cornered in a dangerous situation. In the following days, Mia felt as if she were living in a horror movie. She always felt someone watching her, and strange phone calls kept coming. She decided not to let herself be subdued. She began seeking support from friends and close relatives, those she could trust. One afternoon, while sitting at her usual cafe, Mia met Sarah, an old friend. She had once shared her struggles with Sarah, and now, Sarah decided to help Mia in this battle. Together they planned. From collecting evidence to searching for information about Tyler and Linda. Gradually, Mia felt her strength being revived. She was no longer the weak girl she once was, but a warrior determined to fight for the truth. Yet secrets still awaited, and Mia knew this battle would not just be about assets but also about honor and justice. As everything became increasingly tense, Mia realized she was not just fighting Linda and Tyler but also ghosts from the past. The painful memories of her mother, unfulfilled promises, and fractured family relationships haunted her. She had to confront her fears, pain, and inner conflicts. Ultimately, when everything seemed to come to a conclusion, a shocking secret was revealed. Mia discovered that Linda was not just a stepmother, she had complex relationships with other powerful figures in society. This made Mia's battle more dangerous than ever. Mia stood at a crucial crossroads. She could choose to give up and live a quiet life or continue fighting for the truth, knowing she might lose everything. Her decision would shape not only her future but also that of her entire family. She took a deep breath, ready to face any challenges ahead. This battle was not just hers. It was for all who had been hurt and betrayed. Mia knew that her journey was still long, and surprises waited ahead. She would not back down because she was determined to uncover the truth, regardless of the cost. One morning, as Mia was sitting in her favorite cafe, she unexpectedly ran into Mr. John, an old neighbor she hadn't seen in many years. Mr. John was a middle-aged man with gray hair and bright, intelligent eyes. He had once been a well-known lawyer in the area, but after a few major lawsuits, he chose to live a simple and quiet life. When he saw Mia, Mr. John broke into a warm smile. "Mia, you've really grown up. Time flies too fast," he said, sitting down next to her. Mia felt a familiar and safe feeling while chatting with him. They used to have interesting conversations about life and dreams in the past. Mia couldn't help but share about her current troubles. She told Mr. John about her fight with Linda and Tyler, about the secrets she was trying to uncover. Mr. John listened attentively, his eyes reflecting deep empathy. "You know, there are times in life when we have to face challenges bigger than ourselves," he said. "But the important thing is that you should never give up. The truth always has a way of revealing itself. And you must believe in yourself." As the conversation continued, Mr. John unexpectedly revealed a secret. "I once worked on a case involving your family. They have complex relationships that you can't imagine." He paused, as if considering whether to continue or not. Mia felt a rush of excitement. "Who are you talking about? Is it Linda?" "Yes. Linda is not who you think she is. She has had relationships with powerful people in society, and that could affect you," Mr. John said. "I can't reveal much, but be careful. There may be people who do not want the truth to come out." Mia felt a chill breeze pass through her. She had suspected Linda for a long time, but now, what Mr. John said only reinforced her fears. She decided to learn more about Linda's relationships, and Mr. John promised to help her if needed. After her meeting with Mr. John, Mia felt like she had just received a new source of energy. She was determined not only to uncover the truth about Linda and Tyler but also to explore the secrets surrounding her family. She began searching for information about the lawsuits Mr. John had been involved in, hoping to find some clues. A week later, Mia received a call from Mr. John. "Mia, I found some documents related to the case I worked on. It might help you in this fight," he said. Mia felt excited and eager, and she arranged to meet him at the cafe. When they met again, Mr. John handed her a thick stack of documents. "This is information about Linda and her relationships. There are some things you need to know," he said seriously. Mia flipped through the pages of the documents, and what she read left her stunned. Linda was not only a stepmother but also involved in some illegal activities in the past. Her connections with powerful individuals had helped her secretly seize the assets of many others. She felt like she was standing before a door leading to a dark world she had never imagined. "You have to be careful, Mia. If she knows you're investigating, things could get more dangerous, Mr. John warned. Mia nodded, her heart filled with determination. She knew she couldn't back down. As she left the cafe, Mia felt like she had found a new path. She decided she would not only fight for her own assets but also for others who had been exploited by Linda. She began planning her next steps, and the support from Mr. John made her feel stronger than ever. Mia realized that this fight was not just about herself. It was also about justice and protecting those who were vulnerable and had no voice. She was ready to face the challenges ahead, and with Mr. John's help, she believed she could uncover the truth and reclaim what was rightfully hers. Mia sat alone in her dark room, the dim light reflecting off the white walls. She felt as if she were trapped in a cocoon, where every thought and feeling spiraled in her head with no way out. Her heart raced, each beat a reminder of what had happened, of the battle she was facing. The feeling of unease was ever present, like a ghost that couldn't be shaken off. She wondered, why has everything become so bad? Why has the person I once trusted turned into a betrayer? These questions echoed repeatedly, like an endless loop. She felt like a drifter in the vast sea, unsure of which way to swim. Mia felt not only anger towards Linda and Tyler, she was also disappointed in herself. Where did I go wrong? She constantly questioned. She had once thought that family was a safe haven, where everyone loves and protects each other. But now, everything had collapsed. She felt as if she were standing in the midst of an unwanted battle, where those she loved had turned into enemies. As she recalled beautiful memories with Linda, Mia couldn't help but feel heartbroken. Linda had once been the mother she always wished for, who taught her lessons about life, love, and sacrifice. But now, that image had been replaced by a deceitful person who made her feel betrayed. Was it all just a game? A play that the stepmother was performing to achieve her own goals? Mia's emotions were like a storm, filled with anger, pain, and doubt. She didn't know whom she could trust, and that made her feel lonelier than ever. What can I do to regain the truth? Is anyone still on my side? These questions swirled in her mind, preventing her from finding peace. Mia felt a strong motivation within her. I can't let Linda and Tyler win. I must find the truth, not just for myself but for others who have been hurt. It was an intense determination, but also filled with anxiety. She knew that this fight was not merely about property or reputation, but also about justice. Reflecting on her meeting with Mr. John, Mia felt a sliver of hope. Someone still believes in me, still willing to help. I'm not alone. That thought relieved her, as if a burden had been lifted. Yet, the anxiety continued to haunt her. Does he have enough strength to help me? Can he confront the complex relationships of Linda? She had once been a dreaming girl, always believing in the good things in life. But now, reality had led her to become skeptical. Am I truly as strong as I think? Or just a weak girl trying to stand firm in a world full of lies? These thoughts made her feel like she was at a significant crossroads in her life. Mia began to realize that this battle was not just about what she might lose but also about what she could achieve. She wanted to become a strong person, someone who could rise up to protect others. If not me, then who will fight for the truth? That was a question she couldn't overlook. As the light began to filter through the window, Mia felt her heart swell with hope. She decided that she would not back down. I will find the truth. I will not let the deceivers win. This determination burned like a fire within her, making her feel stronger than ever. Mia knew that the road ahead would be fraught with difficulties, but she was ready. She would fight not just for herself but for others, for justice and for the truth. I will not give up. I will not let darkness win. These thoughts and emotions crafted a resilient Mia, a warrior who would never submit. Mia stood in front of Linda's luxurious villa, her heart pounding in her chest. She had prepared for this moment for weeks, but now, standing at the threshold, she felt as if everything was collapsing. The golden light from inside shone out, casting long shadows on the ground, like ghosts waiting for her. She took a deep breath, trying to calm herself. This is the moment, she told herself. I have to face the truth. Mia rang the doorbell, the sound echoing like a warning for what was about to happen. A minute later, the door opened, and Linda stood there, her expression cold but with a hint of surprise. Mia? Why are you here? Linda asked, her tone somewhat feigned. We need to talk, Mia replied, refusing to let her anxiety overwhelm her. She stepped inside, her heart full of determination. Everything around her felt alien, but she had no time to feel afraid. In the living room, the atmosphere became tense. Mia sensed the sarcasm in Linda's gaze. Do you think I wouldn't know what you are doing? Linda said, a smile on her lips but her eyes burning like fire. You don't understand, Mia. Everything is not as simple as you think. Mia could no longer remain silent. You deceived me. You exploited my feelings to achieve your personal goals. She shouted, her emotions like a swirling wave. She could no longer hold back. And all the pain, anger, and resentment she had repressed for so long erupted. Linda took a step back, but immediately regained her composure. You know nothing. Everything has its reasons. I am just protecting you from the evil outside. Linda's voice was like a knife, sharp and cold. Protecting? You destroyed my life. Mia screamed, tears starting to fall. She felt as if she was standing on the brink, where everything could collapse at any moment. Suddenly, Tyler walked into the room, looking worried. Mia, you shouldn't be here. Things can get worse, he said, but Mia didn't care. She had prepared for this moment, and no one could stop her. You and Mom are staging everything to seize my inheritance. You can't side with them. Mia turned to Tyler, her voice filled with disappointment. You don't understand, Mia. Everything is not as simple as you think. We can resolve everything without making a fuss. Tyler tried to persuade, but Mia was too tired of the lies. No. I won't let them keep deceiving me. Mia shouted, each word pouring out. She felt like she was caught in the middle of a storm, where everything was collapsing around her. Linda stepped closer, her gaze challenging. Do you think you can stand against me? I built all of this from nothing. You can't do anything. Linda's voice was like a threat, making Mia's heart clench. But you did it with lies and deceit. You can't continue living in those falsehoods. Mia retorted, feeling as if she was standing before an unbreakable wall. The tension between the two was escalating. Mia felt like everything was slipping out of control. She decided not to back down. She pulled out the documents that Mr. John had given her, holding them up in front of Linda. You can't deny the truth. Everything has been documented. Linda stared at the documents, her expression changing from cold to worried. You can't do this, she said, her tone pleading. I can, and I will. Mia affirmed, feeling as if she had found strength from within. She was no longer the weak girl from before, but a warrior ready to fight for the truth. Tyler stood between the two, looking confused. Mia, calm down. We can talk normally. But Mia didn't want to hear any more. She was too tired of the promises and deceit. There's nothing more to say, Mia said, her gaze steadfast. You chose this path, and now I won't let you escape responsibility. She felt like she was on the brink of a great battle, where everything would change forever. Everything seemed to freeze in that moment. She felt as though the world was spinning, but inside she was filled with determination. She would not let the deceivers win. You will pay for what you've done, Mia yelled, and the climax of the story reached its peak. Mia stood in the living room, feeling as though everything had fallen into silence. The gazes of Linda and Tyler intertwined between anger and worry, as if they were trying to find a way out of this tense situation. She felt as if she had reached a point of no return, where all secrets were gradually being exposed. But just as she was about to continue her fight, a phone rang out, disrupting the oppressive atmosphere. Linda quickly pulled out her phone from her bag, her expression becoming frantic as she looked at the screen. No way, she whispered, her voice trembling. Mia felt a shiver run down her spine. Mom? What are you doing? Who's calling? She asked, a sense of unease rising in her heart. Linda didn't answer, just stared at the screen, her face turning pale. This is the phone number of the person I used to work with, she finally said, but the sound in her voice made Mia feel that something was wrong. Tyler stepped closer, his expression worried. Mom, what's happening? Who's calling? He asked, but Linda only shook her head, as if she couldn't find the words to explain. Mom, please tell me, Mia urged, feeling like a storm was forming inside her. She couldn't understand why a single call could make Linda act this way. Linda gasped for breath, finally deciding to pick up the phone. Hello? Yes, I'm here, she said, her voice filled with tension. Mia and Tyler stood nearby, unable to take their eyes off Linda's face. A moment later, Linda put the phone down, her gaze empty. They know everything, she said, her voice choking. They are coming here. Mia felt as if everything had fallen into chaos. Who's coming? She asked, but no one answered. She looked into Linda's eyes, feeling the fear spreading through the air. Tyler bowed his head, his expression as if he had realized something serious. Mom, we have to go right now, he said, his voice urgent. Linda shook her head. No, we can't run away. It's time to face everything. She turned to Mia, her eyes full of determination but also filled with worry. Mia, you may not understand, but things will not be as simple as you think. Mia felt a wave of turmoil rising within her. What are you talking about? What's going on? She couldn't stop herself from asking questions without answers. Suddenly, a knock on the door echoed, startling all three of them. Linda and Tyler exchanged glances, the worry clear on their faces. They've arrived, Linda said, her voice filled with fear. Mia felt as though everything was collapsing. Mom, what do we do now? She asked, but no one had an answer. The door slowly opened, and a strange man stepped in, his gaze sharp and powerful. We need to talk, he said, and each of his words hit like a shock to everyone. Mia felt as if she was standing on the edge of a larger secret, a battle not only between her and Linda, but also an outside force she had never considered. What awaits ahead? Who is truly behind all this? These questions spiraled in her mind, making her feel anxious and worried. A strange man stood at the door, his gaze sharp as a knife. Mia felt as if she was standing in the middle of an inevitable battle. Who are you? She asked, her voice trembling but still trying to stay strong. My name is Alex, he replied, walking in with confidence. I am the lawyer for the company that Linda worked for. We need to talk about what is happening. Linda looked at Alex with a panicked expression. Why are you here? I said I wanted nothing to do with this anymore. Things have gotten out of control, Linda, Alex said in a serious tone. There are things that you cannot hide forever. Mia needs to know the truth. Mia felt as though she was being pulled into a whirlwind. What truth? Mom, what have you done? She asked, feeling as if everything was collapsing around her. Linda bowed her head, unable to look Mia in the eye. Mia, I was involved in an opaque deal with the company. Things have gone too far, and I cannot back out now. Her voice was filled with pain and regret. Mia felt as if a great shock had hit her. Mom, you lied to me for what? Why didn't you tell me? She yelled, feeling as if everything she once trusted had suddenly shattered. I didn't want to hurt you. I thought I could resolve everything without anyone being affected, Linda said, tears streaming down her cheeks. But now, nothing is under my control anymore. Alex stepped closer, interrupting. We don't have time to argue. There are people watching us, and they don't want the truth to come out. He looked straight into Mia's eyes. You need to know that what your mother has done affects not only you but many others. Mia felt as though she was standing at a major crossroads. She could feel the tension in the air, as if a time bomb was ticking down. So what do we do now? She asked, her voice calmer, but her heart still full of anxiety. We need to cooperate to face these people, Alex said. If we don't, things will get worse. They won't stop until they achieve their goals. Linda nodded, her face determined. Mia, I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. But now, we need to stand together. Mia felt a new strength rising within her. Mom, I won't let them continue to deceive us. We will find a way to deal with them. She turned to Alex, her eyes resolute. Will you help us? Of course, Alex affirmed. I will do everything I can to protect you. But first, we need to gather evidence and identify those behind all this. Mia and Linda began to work together. They rifled through documents and information that Linda had kept secret for so long. Secrets began to be revealed, and Mia felt as if she was starting to understand more about her mother and her decisions. As they were working, a call came in from an unknown number. Mia looked at the screen, her heart racing. It could be them, she whispered. She decided to answer, and a threatening voice came through. We know what you are doing. Don't think you can escape this. Mia felt a chill run down her spine. We will not stand by and accept this deceit. We will fight, she declared, full of determination. Alex nodded, his gaze supportive. That's right, we will not let them defeat us. The battle was not just between Mia and Linda, but also a larger one, where truth and justice would be revealed. She felt as if she had found strength from those around her, and her resolve would not waver. As the light began to peek over the horizon, Mia knew they were facing a tough fight. But with Alex's support and Linda's determination, she believed they would find a way to overcome all challenges. We will not stop until the truth is revealed, Mia said. And everyone in the room nodded in agreement. They were ready for the fight, and it made her feel stronger than ever. As Mia, Linda, and Alex sat together to plan how to deal with those threatening them, the atmosphere in the room became tense but also filled with determination. Mia felt a new strength rising within her. And she decided that this was not just a fight for herself but also for others who were hurt by lies. Mom, she turned to Linda, I understand that you have done wrong. But I also understand that everyone can change. What matters is that we cannot remain silent in the face of injustice. Linda nodded, her eyes reflecting regret and determination. Mia, I have lived in fear for too long. I thought I could protect you by keeping secrets, but now I realize that the truth is what is best for both of us. Alex added, the truth can be painful. But it is also strength. When we accept the truth, we can stand up and fight. He looked at Mia and Linda with encouraging eyes. Never let fear stop you from doing the right thing. Mia felt her heart warm. She understood that courage does not only come from fighting external enemies, but also from facing past mistakes. We may not be able to change what has happened, but we can decide how we act from now on, she said, her voice full of confidence. Linda clasped her daughter's hand tightly, tears streaming down her cheeks. I'm sorry for not trusting you. But from now on, we will face every challenge together. She felt as if she was reclaiming strength, not just for herself, but also for the whole family. We are not only fighting for ourselves, Mia said, her gaze firm. We are fighting for those who do not have a voice, for those who have been harmed by lies. That is what matters. Alex smiled, feeling the power of Mia's words. That's right. Once we stand up for the truth, we will not only change our own lives but also create a positive impact on those around us. In the end, Mia felt as if she had found light in the darkness. She understood that life is not just about oneself, but about how we connect and support each other. Always remember that no matter how difficult it gets, truth and love will always lead the way for us, she said, her heart full of hope. As they prepared to enter the battle, Mia knew they were not alone. They had found strength in each other. And that was the key to overcoming all challenges. We will not give up. We will fight for truth and justice. When Mia, Linda, and Alex completed their plan, the tension in the room eased. But the atmosphere was still filled with suspense. They were mentally prepared to face those who threatened them, but the truth is, what they were about to confront could be greater than they imagined. We will meet them tomorrow, Alex said, his expression serious. But before we go, I need to tell you something important. Mia and Linda looked at each other, anxiety rising. What's going on? Mia asked, her heart full of worry. Alex took a deep breath. There's one thing I haven't told you. The ones who are watching us are not just people from the company. They have a larger network, and there may be people in your own families. Mia felt a chill run through her. What do you mean? She asked, sensing that everything suddenly became more complicated. Alex continued, I received information from a reliable source. There could be people you least expect standing with the enemy. Linda turned pale, tears streaming down her face. It can't be. Who would do such a thing? We need to be careful, Alex said, his tone serious. And I advise you to prepare for every possibility. There may be even bigger shocks coming. Mia felt like everything was collapsing. She thought they were prepared for everything, but now, uncertainty arose again. We have to find out who is betraying us, she said, her voice determined. We can't let them defeat us. As they began discussing how to investigate, suddenly, the door burst open. A stranger walked in, his face cold and mysterious. Sorry to interrupt, but I have a message for you. Mia's heart raced. Who are you? What do you want? The man smiled. But that smile did not bring a sense of safety. I come from an organization you've never heard of. We know what's happening, and we can help you, but it won't be easy. What organization? Alex asked, his face full of suspicion. This organization can provide you with the information you need to protect yourselves, the man replied, his voice deep. But in return, you will have to participate in a larger game than you can imagine. Mia felt like she was standing at a great crossroads. What game? We don't have time for jokes. The man did not answer, only looking at them with a look full of mystery. Time is not the issue. What matters is the choice. Do you want to know the truth or continue living in the dark? Mia and Linda looked at each other. Determination in their eyes. "We want to know the truth," Mia said, her voice firm. The man nodded, then turned, preparing to leave. "Think carefully. Once you step into this world, there will be no turning back." The door closed, leaving the three people in a suffocating atmosphere. Mia felt a shiver run down her spine. "We can't go back," she said, her heart full of suspense and worry. "But we also can't give up." Linda nodded, her gaze more resolute than ever. "We will find the truth, no matter what we face." As they prepared for the next battle, Mia felt like she was standing before a new door, where secrets and unexplored battles awaited. What will happen next, she wondered, her heart filled with curiosity and determination. The story is not over, it has just begun. Secrets are still waiting to be revealed. And Mia knows that their journey is just the beginning of a greater battle, where the truth will be uncovered and relationships will be tested.